Hey everyone, J.K. Whited from Baseball Rebellion here to talk to you today about the rollover. Now to get a better view of a rollover, here's a side view of the rollover that I took earlier today. Now here's an overhead view of the exact same swing. Okay, so after watching the video, we can see that rollover contact is very poor and a pretty easy out at most levels, especially as you get older. Now, looking at the causes of rollover, we have lower half issues. The lower half issues really are the first part, because if a rollover is occurring in your swing, that means there's some sort of upper body dominant thing going on, whether that is elbows, which we're going to get into here in a second, but usually it starts with the poor lower half. So working on footwork, making sure that your technique from the lower half is really good is something that we're going to talk about in the fixes category. After that, we have front elbow pull, which is going back to, again, the upper body really taking over in the swing. So you might see a left-handed thrower batting right-handed who has a much more upper body or a front arm dominant left elbow pull down, which is going to cause the hands to roll over through contact. At the back end of that, you're going to see a back elbow pull, which is commonly known as little league elbow or bat drag, where you're going to see that back elbow from a righty, especially that right elbow pull in front of the hands, and as long as possible turn through the contact zone. And what it's going to cause is a lot of whip, but a lot of missed hits. So if it falls in that really happy zone where everything works out, they're going to hit it pretty hard, but the problem is that doesn't last with more consistent pitchers throwing at higher velocities, and that player is going to be out of baseball really quickly and all of a sudden. Lastly, here we have hands dominant swing, and a hands dominant swing is just anything where you might think that the hands have a superior role in the swing as opposed to the lower half, and really you'll find out more about the hands as we do more of these whiteboard series, but really anything that you're doing where you're trying to turn the hands over at contact, or anything where the hands are like the majority of your focus, is going to cause a lot of rollovers because the wrists have to rotate over to do that. So when the right hand or the top hand is turning over the bottom hand through the hitting zone, that's what that's going to cause. And if you're thinking about hands, that's going to be it. Fixes: better lower half, plain and simple, making sure that the lower half is doing its job so the upper half doesn't have to do near as much. Upper body technique and concept: you have to have a general idea about how the elbows are supposed to work together, how the hands are supposed to work in the beginning of the swing so the barrel speeds up. Also, barrel acceleration in the release drills. This is just something that I added on because I want people to understand that the barrel releases through contact, where there shouldn't be any upper body movement at that point really trying to do anything else. The barrel should already be fast and it should already be up through the ball. Things to avoid: too much top hand, bottom hand work. I think that goes without saying. If you're overdoing any top hand action or any bottom hand action, there's a tendency to overdo it and get the hands rolling through contact. Obviously, that's going to cause some rollover down the road. Forgetting about lower half. Like I said before, if we forget about the lower half and we just do upper half work all the time, we're going to miss hit a lot of balls in a rollover fashion because the lower half is not supplying the power that it should be. And any contact cue, hand snapping at contact, fast hands, things like that, turn your hands over, is going to reiterate the hands doing most of the work through contact, which they shouldn't be doing anything at that point except for holding on to the bat. And then again, like I said last time, not knowing. Not knowing is the worst thing you could do. If you don't know what the issues are, then you're really not going to be able to fix it. You're going to be guessing, throwing darts in the dark, and if you hit, then good job for you. But again, that's not very consistent, and you're probably going to have more mistakes than you are fixes at that point. So make sure that if we're fixing these things, we understand what they are first, and hopefully it works out. Thanks a lot. I'm JK for the Baseball Rebellion. Please stay tuned for our next video.